Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Whiscast Wednesdays. Last week we were all chilling at home, so
having our Easter break.
Yeah. Easter breaks.
Genius.
Easter breaks all around. Sorry for not recording anything.
Yeah, we were off doing our own thing.
Well, you got an episode of Fallout.
Fallout Fridays.
That's something.
So, you seen that already? I haven't. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's still on my list. I still need to watch it. I have a huge list of things I need to watch.
Yeah, okay. The watch later list.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always empty on my YouTube because I've got no life.
Same here, but
there's only one person in this school who has a life.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that person.
Yeah, exactly. What have you been doing during the Easter break? I've been playing a lot of Fallout.
I've mostly been playing League of Legends, and I've started playing.
What a surprise!
I've started playing more CS:GO again.
Oh, what a surprise!
I had a break from it for like 4 months, and now I picked it back up, and
still a good game.
Just climbing.
Have you seen the new what's it called, Nuke? The new Nuke?
Yeah,
it's cool.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't enjoy Nuke.
It look.
Nobody
the
likes
old Nuke or the new Nuke?
The new Nuke. They're very similar, but I like the new design of the map.
It looks amazing.
The map in itself is just boring.
Yeah, it's Nuke.
Is it?
It's a map.
No, it's not Nuke Town as in Call of Duty.
No.
I'm a noob. What about you? What have you been playing besides from The Division? Probably.
I haven't really played that much of The Division because I actually tried to get back into Ark because I used to play with my guild, but they've gone to Dark Desert. What's it called?
Black Desert.
African American Desert. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Gotta be politically correct.
Yeah, exactly. So I've started playing Ark again. It's amazing. I'm doing a solo run this time.
Fancy.
Cool.
We're gonna play it together when
he gets his computer build. This summer.
A lot of teasing about that computer build. I mean, I think we've teased it in each and every episode we've done.
Yeah.
But about The Division.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Updated review from Matthias. Sorry.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's shit. I don't like it. As a single player experience, it's bad. It's clearly designed to be.
Wait, it isn't a single player.
Yeah, they clearly said in an interview you're gonna be able to play it, and it's gonna be a great game as single player, and it's not. It's too hard, and you die all over.
So what you're saying is the game you've been hyped about is not as good as...
Because he doesn't play it the way it is supposed to be played.
Well, if there's a single-player component, it's supposed to be played as single-player. It's supposed to be played...
Well, the component is that you are able to find other people to play with. It's a co-op.
But you should be able to play it on your own.
Yeah, but you can't. You can actually do that, but it's hard.
If you design a game to be played as 1, 2, 3, and 4 players, the game needs to be entertaining for 1, 2, 3, and 4 players. That's just the way game design works. I mean, you can do some clever algorithms to make the enemies less hard or whatever. It's a whole discussion. But as a single player experience, it's hard and it's not as fun. But it's still a great game.
Looks awesome. I really liked it, but I kind of stopped because it felt grindy in the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. It's even more grindy when you're single player.
Surprise!
Yeah,
it's an RPG and there's items and everything.
It just felt too grindy. That's the thing. Because the only thing I did was doing the dailies. 3 dailies each day.
I haven't played The Division, but I'm pretty sure that's how every RPG works that has items in the game.
Yeah,
it is.
It's all about the grind, always.
But I mean, it's the way it feels grindy because you do the same missions each time. The dailies are the same.
They can't make infinite missions.
No, anyways, it's time for the section we always like to call the news.
The section.
The news. Not a lot of news this week. I mean, we've got Mitomo, which is the new Nintendo game on mobile. You know the Me things where you create your own little person guy on your Wii or your Wii U or whatever.
Yeah.
No. You're getting that on your mobile phones, and you can. It's kind of like those.
Is it like a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Tamagotchi. Cool. Yeah, and people in Japan are apparently loving it.
Yeah, no surprise.
So if I have a character on my Wii, I can just transfer that character to my.
It's not that high tech. It's Nintendo you're talking about.
But that would only make sense.
Yeah, but no.
Okay.
So you have to create a whole new
Okay.
one, and you can. I assume there's a lot of microtransactions. There probably is. So
Who made it?
Nintendo.
Okay.
I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo only makes Nintendo games.
Sorry, just...
Funny. I'm sorry, Herman. Don't be sad. I'm gonna give you a hug after this. New reports about PlayStation 4.5 or PlayStation 4K. It will reportedly be announced before October when PSVR is announced.
Cool.
It'll be able to do ultra high definition resolution graphics.
So 4K.
So 4K, yeah.
Yes.
But Digital Foundry, which are the leaders in analyzing graphics on consoles or whatever, they're saying it'll never be powerful enough to play 4K games at the level of graphical fidelity we are at with current PS4 games. So it's not gonna be able to play.
So you get the PlayStation 4K or whatever it's called, but you can't play. It doesn't affect the games you own.
No, it's
So
not
it's
gonna
only for the
upscale
future,
it,
I
but
guess.
It's gonna. Right now, if you're a developer, no matter how low you set the graphical quality in your game, you cannot do 4K because the graphical processor is not capable of outputting 4K unless it's 4K Blu-ray or whatever. So this is gonna enable developers to do 4K video games, no matter what, you can, but at a cost in fidelity and graphics. And they say Digital Foundry that it's probably gonna be 1080p with steadier frame rates and some of the 4K advantages like HDR and whatever. So it's probably gonna be a lot better and more PC-like experience in a console, but it's not gonna be native 4K because that's simply too hard. I mean, not even the biggest PC graphics card are really
they are really able to do it.
Yeah, so
it's basically more or less a graphical update.
Yeah, exactly.
For the future.
How much is it gonna cost?
Does it say?
No one knows. It's only rumors at this point, but it's probably gonna be revealed at E3, I think. And I mean, there's a whole series of problems with it because I bought a PS4 like 6 months after it came out, and I supported PS4 up until this point, but now Sony are basically saying, well, you supported us for the first 3 years of our console cycle, so now we're going to give all the new players who haven't supported us yet an even better experience than you guys who have supported us for 3 years. So it's kind of, I don't know, it depends on how they do it.
But I mean, it's not really going to make a difference, is it? You can still, when new games come out.
You're still gonna be when new games come out, it's probably gonna be better graphics and a better experience than the new PS4. So,
but is this like a PS5 kind of thing?
No, it's not a PS5 because it's gonna be.
I mean, the process are the process the same? Is everything external besides the ability to play 4K games? Isn't that the only upgrade?
I mean, the only upgrade is gonna be better graphics card and
PS4
processor.
will still run the new games, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a whole other difficulty because the easy thing about consoles is that for a developer, you only have to develop for one thing.
Yeah.
And when you've got essentially two PS4s, you have to optimize your game for the old one and the new one. But of course, the hardware is going to detect automatically whether it'll play it at 4K or the better graphics or whatnot. It's gonna be a console experience, but more PC-like.
Wouldn't they be able to just call the PS5 technically?
No, because it's not new.
It's not a new generation per se.
It's a
kinda.
No, it's not a new generation because the controller, the design, everything about
the software in itself is the same.
Yeah, I mean, to be a whole new generation, you kind of need something new. It's not gonna add something new. It's just gonna refine the things we have already.
Okay, so it's like if you have a game and then they release a remastered version. It's not a new game; it's the same game.
Exactly, it's just a remastered
it just
PS4.
Looks better.
Yeah. Okay, so it's remastered.
It's PS4 remastered.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
And
Makes sense.
And some say it's gonna be because to support higher frame rates or whatever for the PlayStation VR headset, which in another news story, Sony says are doing better than expected. So that's great.
Better than expected. What did they?
They either had really low expectations or really high expectations.
They had to. They were planning on releasing this summer, and they were starting manufacturing or whatever, but they held an event, and before the event they had to postpone it because interest in the product was bigger than expected, and now it's even bigger than expected. So it seems like I think PSVR is gonna do good, and not only because it's cheaper, but you're getting almost the same experience, but you can get a PS4 and a PSVR headset for the cost of a Vive, HTC Vive. So
the PlayStation VR, isn't that the one we talked about earlier, which cost more than the PS4?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
the
that price is going to be the bottleneck.
Yeah, but I mean, pre-orders, it seems to be going all right, and I mean, again, it's the cheapest way to get into virtual reality and the most friendly way. Because you don't need to be a computer expert. It's just like a console experience. You plug in the HDMI cable and a USB cable, and it just works. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some boring Division news, but doesn't
most popular game. Well, kind of.
So, that's it for the news. That was kind of a long news section today.
Yeah, I like the news. At least some parts, I guess.
So, it's time.
For what?
Topic time.
Topic time.
We're calling it.
I think
was the other thing?
So
it's
we're
sticking.
Calling it that.
Yeah.
What did we call it last time?
Topic time.
Still topic time.
I mean, it's been topic time all the way. Oh, yeah, exactly. It's tangent time.
Well,
let's call it topic time instead.
Yeah, it seems more friendly.
Yeah. Topic tangent time. TTT. Trouble in Terrorist Town.
That's a good game too. Well, side game, I guess.
Anyways, tangent time.
Tangent time. Time. Whatever. It's time.
Am I gonna?
Do you want to start? Sure.
Are you gonna start?
I'm gonna start. So my topic is best gaming experiences. What gaming experiences or what time in your gaming career, gaming life, do you remember the most and the fondest?
Well, immediately, one thought pops into my head, and that was the olden days.
The very olden days.
Yesteryear.
Yesteryear, yes.
Oh
exactly. God. The time when I played World of Warcraft.
Oh yes.
And I got into a guild, and we started talking, and everybody got along great. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night, I think it was, we 25 people came together and we played games.
Grinding away.
We grinded bosses for 4 hours, and then we got loot, and then the next time we got more progress, and it was good, it was fun. And it was grindy, but it didn't feel grindy because it was a challenge.
And it was fun because you were with friends.
With people I enjoyed spending time with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
What about you, Herman?
My whole ARC experience.
It's your fondest memory.
Really, I have never had such a great game. Okay, well, besides World of Warcraft, maybe. That's still an amazing game. Just because I love the lore in the games.
Yeah.
Just running around. And the movie. Oh, God, I love the movie. I want to watch the movie.
If it wasn't a subscription thing, I would still be playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, same. No, maybe not even. Because it takes so much time.
Well, I don't care if I don't have to pay for it every month. I'm fine.
Yeah, might be true, but then again, it takes much time.
Yeah, I know.
You would play it, Herman.
Yeah, I would.
You would.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know why you don't actually. I should have been playing it. I don't want to buy it again. Nope.
Well, I think the it's actually quite funny because our fondest memory is kind of says a lot about our playstyles, because my fondest memory is back in 2009 when I got my first PS3 and Assassin's Creed 2, And when I booted that up and saw the great new graphics and playing around in it, I just loved that game. And I spent the entire Christmas that year just playing it and loving it.
I have another memory. It's not my fondest. My fondest is still my time playing World of Warcraft. But I have a similar memory because back in 2012 or whatever, it was the year that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah.
And I saw that Xbox made a special version with the Modern Warfare 2 theme on and everything, where you get the game and everything. Yeah, and I told my mom, like, I want this, and she actually got me the Xbox.
Oh dear.
And and I opened it the evening, and immediately I went onto my phone and I wrote to my friend, my lifelong friend Tobias, and said, I got the new Xbox. I have 2 controllers and I have Call of Duty on it. Come over tomorrow morning. And he came over at 9 a.m. in the morning and we played all day. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a really good game too.
Yeah.
Actually.
And I mean, that's the thing about... actually, I was playing Assassin's Creed with one of my best friends of all time. And that's the thing that I think good gaming memories is with people. Because you...
Yeah.
Except for The Last of Us, but... and I mean, the whole thing about coming together around this new technology, an Xbox or PlayStation 3, and playing this new game none of you have played before, the whole... it's just great. I can't really explain it.
It's a special feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's new and you are able to share it with somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And talk about, it's so cool when you stab the guy in the head with your...
You talk about how you do stuff and how they do stuff. Oh my god.
Exactly.
I threw a throwing knife and I hit a C4 and got a quad kill, man. I actually did that once. That's great story.
And it's the same thing. The same year Uncharted 2 came out, and I played it with him as well. And it was the same thing. We stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning just playing it through the game in one entire sitting. And we were just like, oh, this game is so great. And
I have a third memory if you want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
Okay, so it was 2013, the year that Bioshock Infinite came out.
The Last of Us also came out that year.
Yeah. Anyway, Bioshock Infinite had come out that year. And a friend of mine, Marcus, he spoke to me about it, and he was interested in it, and I was interested in it. So we ended up buying it together, and then we played it together over, like we played it. He was playing it, and I was playing. Yeah. And as we progressed through, we just spoke like, "Oh, this part was awesome," and "Oh, I don't quite get this part," because there was a lot of mind blowing stuff in that and multi-dimension stuff and everything. It was cool, and it was cool to talk about it. And when we completed the game, we were like, I don't even know what to do with my life.
Oh, I know this feeling.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's the same thing after you watch a great series, film. It's like,
I'm done with this. Okay. I don't understand.
And that's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to talk about The Last of Us all the time,
Just
but
do it.
I think the greatest gaming memory, not the greatest time I had with a game, but the greatest game and feeling that a game gave me was The Last of Us, because I had that feeling when you finish it, you're just like, because it divides you into 2 opinions. You can either agree what the main character did, or you can disagree. But even when you agree, you kind of disagree with him, and you're kind of and it's just. I was talking to one of my friends who finished it. After our exams, it was right before my history exam, so I was kind of mind blown. And I talked with him the 2 or 3 days after he finished it, and I asked him, "What do you think about The Last of Us?" And he was just like, "I don't even know." And it was and it was the exact same feeling I had, and I loved it.
I watched The Last of Us streamed by this one streamer that I loved watching. And he streamed for 14 hours over 2 Fridays. Yeah. And I watched all 14 hours. And when the game ended, I was like, Joel, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're like,
good on you.
Yeah, I kind of see why you did it, but you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, what were you saying?
I actually haven't any good memories like Last of Us, because I haven't played like the game where the story where I'm playing single player. Those aren't my fondest memories. The fondest memories for me are like the Infinite games. World of Warcraft, one of the best games of all. And then again, Ark, also an unending game. There's no end. There's no end point. Well, this is not my one of the greatest. Like Minecraft, no end game.
Oh, Minecraft is great.
Yeah, it's like my top 2 maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
it's
top 3.
it's not a good game when you're playing by yourself, but with friends
Yes,
or with
it is.
Skype,
I still love it solo.
it's not as good solo. It's better with friends. I mean, I can play for like an hour solo, but with friends I can play forever.
I'm just gonna be quiet about this.
Yeah, you don't like Minecraft.
I don't play Minecraft. I try to, and I can maybe squeeze like 5 or 10 hours into it,
Yeah.
and then I just die in the game, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
I don't even
Well,
care.
quit.
I don't care about this building that I'm
Yeah.
building.
And I mean, I'm looking forward to building a PC because it's a whole new era of, not era, but era.
Are you
Of
going to play
PC.
Minecraft then?
I'm gonna play Minecraft.
On your greatest.
You're gonna buy a 14,000 kroner expensive PC just to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
An Ark with
Ark.
Hammond.
Oh, I love that game.
And I mean, it's a whole new era. Every time you get a new console generation, a new PC, a new MMO, a new whatever, it's a whole new era of great gaming memories. I think that's the great thing about gaming.
Yeah.
It's always changing.
Yeah.
And it's always great. Anyways, so I think your topic ties into
Yes,
mine.
yeah,
Kind of.
exactly.
Does my topic tie into yours?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it does.
Suppose it does. Wow.
That sounded very poetic.
How?
I don't know, but
I don't
just
either, but
You just
That's
said
why
it in
I'm
like
fancy.
poetic way.
yeah.
The way you pronounce
Well.
the words.
my topic was the best moment you've had, or best TV series you've seen, or the best moments you've had with TV series, or the most memorable TV series you've seen. Those kind of things about
Yeah.
TV series and movies, but mainly series because those are way more. You spend
They do more impact.
Yes, because you dedicate more time to
Yeah.
them. A movie, you sit down, you spend 2 hours watching it, and then you're like, well, I get it, or I don't really get it. But with series, you dedicate like tons of hours into watching
exactly.
it. So you kind of enjoy series more. So
Yeah.
what are your favorite series?
Top series of all time, Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Nothing.
I forgot about that.
That's I just remembered that I can remember all the feelings I had watching the Doctor Who.
Doctor Who's just great because it's funny and it's dramatic and there's
it's goofy.
sad, it's goofy.
yeah, everything about it is
It's,
just
you get so emotional watching it because
yeah.
the good things can happen, bad things can happen, and you can just get sad at times.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. I want to watch it
It's
again.
like
It's great.
they use a lot of humor a lot of the time,
Yeah.
but there's really good storytelling as well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And-
Huge storytelling.
Yeah,
Actually.
and the idea of Doctor Who is the possibilities are endless because you can do whatever. You literally have access to every moment in time and place.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can just do whatever you want. Like having this in an episode would be cool. So they just do it because it would be cool.
Yeah, they either do it like historically,
Yeah,
like going to Pompeii, I think they did once, and they also like
they went to Berlin in
Yeah, they
Second
did
World War.
Yeah.
and they also actually went on the World War II, going to Hitler.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
like
one I'm talking
it's like
about.
a weird thing, but
Yeah,
still,
why? Well, but they can.
technically
exactly.
it could have happened, but I mean,
they kind of use that thing people talk about, like, well, if you could go back in time, would you kill the baby Hitler if you could, or whatever?
Yeah,
So
and
they
they're
just-
like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, let's do this, and
Yeah.
they try to, and then well,
And there's this episode where they're in the future or in some other dimension, I don't really know. I can't remember, but where you've got this entire city on a whale.
yeah.
And I mean,
That's
you
in
can
the
just
future.
imagine that meeting where someone's like, what if
What if
we
we had a
lived on
huge
giant
space
whales?
We had a huge space whale. It was the last of its kind, and people just live on it. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just, oh, that's a great idea. And they're
Let's
just-
do it!
Yeah.
Like, why? Why
so
not?
weird.
The
Yeah.
question with Doctor Who is why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
So-
love it.
Besides Doctor Who, I think the greatest series I've ever watched is Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. I thought you would say
Surprisingly.
House of Cards.
No, House of Cards is just great, but it's not the best. Because
It's not the best, but it is up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, like a top 5. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, Breaking Bad, it's boring at times, but it
It's
again,
supposed
it's
to
the
be that
feelings.
because it gives
Yeah.
you the feeling that
Yeah.
well, time doesn't just move along like
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
in a fantasy story where only the important parts are in the story. Everything is in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just eating cereal all the
Yeah.
time.
And I mean, you get this entire feeling of what his life is like, and I watched it in it all like the first 4 seasons in like 14 days where I was on a break.
Yeah.
And you'd kind of feel like, well, I'm a part of this dude's life.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about it. So, yeah, it's just, I love it. I recently watched a comedy series on Netflix. I can't even remember what it's called. Flaked or something.
Yeah.
It's a Netflix original. And it's kind of the same thing. You see everything. You see his bike ride going to get a cup of coffee in the morning. And I love that kind of stuff.
The fantastic thing with Breaking Bad is because you see everything, literally, you get a feeling that you're part of it, part of the life. You can also relate to what the character does. So if you disagree with something, you're like, well, I would do this differently or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can kind of,
and then they maybe do a different thing, and you maybe agree or disagree, and then there's some other things. Like already,
you can always relate to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about your? No, that was Doctor Who.
Mine was Doctor Who of all time. Great.
My favorite, I would probably say, was Band of Brothers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's great.
I haven't finished it.
It's an old series, but it's relatively old. But I saw it last year, and I was like, "Oh, this is so good."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's my favorite series. Breaking Bad is number 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
Yeah,
video.
we'll change it.
Band of Brothers. Holy.
Isn't it like a 2-hour episode each time?
No, it's a 1 hour episode.
1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour episode. Okay, got
But
it.
it's a 1 hour episode, and you go through some kind of struggle that this company is going through.
Yeah.
And it's told in a great way, and there are different characters, so every kind of person is kind of involved in the series.
Yeah, and it's based on true events.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they take some historical facts and make it dramatic, and just the visual effects and everything is just great.
It's like there's a constant reminder that this is real, because in the beginning and ending of every episode, they have the people who were actually there talk about it and how it happened and everything. So you constantly get this feeling of this is like
This is how it happened.
This is how it happened, and this is as close to real as we're gonna get hearing about it.
Yeah.
I actually on IMDb I read through the comments once, and I one of the veterans. He was Italian or whatever.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't watch it because it was so close to the actual thing and the actual feeling of being at war. The only thing that was wrong with it was the sound the grenades made when they fired these 88mm grenades or whatever. He said it was much more terrifying. It was less terrifying watching it in the TV show. Everything else was as mad, as confusing and intense as it.
And when a person who was
world.
there when all that happened says that about the series, it says a lot about.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Exactly.
horrifying?
But it's also kind of amazing that you can capture that in a series.
Yeah, that's the real feat.
And it's really well made. The production team behind that
They did great.
They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Shit.
It is so good. It is my favorite series.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO.
Yeah, I need HBO then.
That's a
Oh wait, I can get them on
have
free.
Yeah. Go watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Band of Brothers, best series I've ever seen.
I haven't really. I mean, movies are. They
like-
aren't as impactful.
No, but there's a lot more of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of makes up for it. But movies are different because they can take a concept and put it into a movie and then have everything in that concept solved or included in that movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in a series you would have to have a lot more concepts. So they can focus on one thing and they can make a more focused way of storytelling.
Yeah, in
like,
movie
they
it's
can't-
much more in depth in terms
Yeah.
of characters or whatever, because you've got less characters and you've got more not more development, but you've got less characters and less plot points, so you can go into depth with everything.
But like they can't do the thing where you talked about, like they go out and get a cup of coffee because that is too long for a movie.
yeah,
so
exactly.
they
They
just
can
skip
like
all
the
that.
small scenes that basically make the movie great.
You can't.
Or the TV series, I mean.
You couldn't make Breaking Bad into a movie.
No.
Because it's all the character development, eating cereal or whatever, just wouldn't fit. My favorite movie, or the most fond movie moment, the most mind-blowing, was when I watched Fight Club. Because at the end I was just like, and yeah.
And at the plot twist when the scene actually twists.
Yeah,
and everything.
exactly. And I said to my friend when we were watching it, the moment the scene did this, I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen now.
Now the shit's gonna go down.
Yeah. And it's just like the actual plot twist is depicted by the movie turning upside down, and it was just like,
it's great.
Yeah,
it's so well made. Best movie or best movie moment? I don't know about that one, because I'm inclined to say Interstellar because I love the idea of like interstellar travel and getting to know more about a black hole, and the black hole in the movie is actually the most accurate depiction of a black hole that's ever been made.
It's so great, and the soundtrack.
Yeah. The soundtrack is amazing. It's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard.
Just the visuals in general.
I think when they made the black hole for the movie, it was a really huge file.
Yeah, and
the file thing was like 60 terabytes or something. It was really huge.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 800 hours per frame it took to render it. It's not your normal Mac computer. It's like a giant server room, and it's still 800 hours because you've got all this math and.
How long did it take to make them?
It took years.
Yeah, and I mean, just a Pixar movie is like 24 hours per frame.
I hate that feeling because it's how many frames is that movie? Like millions. So literal millions. So it takes like multiple years for such a movie to render. 24
frames per second times a movie.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like it's the Pixar movies is like 100 million CPU hours, and of course it's got a lot of CPUs chipping away at all these hours.
They have multiple computers working at every time.
Yeah, so there's like a new movie, let's say Inside Out, for example. How old do you think Inside Out?
Oh yeah, Inside Out. Yeah.
How old do you think when they started making that?
I think it's at least 4 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from them starting it, and a year of that is just rendering.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
The very first part of the thing was I think Toy Story, like the first part of it is just like Tom Hanks doing all the voiceovers, and he has to do like every line five different times. And then that's just one part of it, and then he's done, and then they spend like 3 more years doing the rest.
Yeah, exactly. And
so it's really cool the amount of work that goes into rendering a movie.
But think about how many new movies that are coming out from Pixar, for example.
Yeah.
Disney. They're in the making right now, actually just sitting there rendering.
Yeah, exactly. The movies that are coming out next year is just sitting at a computer.
They're rendering right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come in, I guess. Oh, I know who it is.
Michael, you're taking
Go
that.
kick his ass.
But anyways, I think it's like
it is the one we do not speak of.
Yeah, it's that one.
It is the one we do not speak of.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's the one we do not speak of.
Yeah, it is.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, Squid Game.
Oh, he's not even coming in. No. Anyways,
oh yeah, that's fair enough.
That's what he does.
just to end the Pixar thing, their computer rendering PC or whatever is in the top 10 most powerful PCs in the world. So, I think we should go on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's good.
Since you talked about virtual reality in the beginning, my topic is actually virtual reality. Like the VR headsets that whoa, you kind of got close.
Intertwined subjects.
So are you guys going to buy them?
Yeah.
No.
Is it like a guarantee?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna buy PlayStation.
I will not buy it for at least probably 5 years until I see some great progress and it becomes really affordable.
Me neither.
I will not. I will just not bother.
Me neither, because I have the feeling that the general expectation of virtual reality, you just basically sit there and you look. If you have to move, you have you need to have a huge room for it.
Yeah, but that's what the Vive is doing.
Yeah, but that you need to have a dedicated room for virtual reality.
Yeah. So.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna buy it because I'm stupid like that.
I will not buy it because the technology may already be there, sure, but the games for it, they still look like crap, and the storytelling in them is terrible, and they are not very well made games.
No.
Yeah, but I saw
some are a very few. Like
the ones who
have
are.
you seen the drawing games? Yes.
Yeah,
those
I've
are
seen those
amazing.
where you have those two. You have the
3D.
stick that you can play with, and then you
Yeah.
have
Things.
the other controller that's a palette where where you have a digital paint and everything. You can just pick everything, and then you paint, and you can make 3D paintings and stuff.
That's great. But
That is the best thing I've seen.
That's the
But
only-
that is not worth spending $300
No.
on a virtual reality kit.
No.
Then I have to buy the game afterwards.
I would
but
like-
I mean,
No.
I think I would wait like maybe 5 to 10 years before I buy something like
Yeah.
but I mean,
Games in general, like if we're gonna have some, it's gonna take 5 to
that.
10
If we
years
want
before
like
we
a
get-
Modern Warfare,
No, I'm talking like if we want
what
games,
number again?
virtual reality games, before they start to look something as close to Battlefield, it's gonna take 5 to 10 years.
yeah, but I mean,
And I want
The-
if it's gonna be virtual reality, they need to look the part.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing about virtual reality is you can't do traditional games because.
But that's what
there's
we
a-
want, actually.
Yeah, but I think we as gamers have to change our expectations of virtual reality because there's a whole bunch of limits. You can't move for it. Whenever you see Ethan Carter is available on the HTC, no, not the Oculus
Yeah,
Rift.
whatever.
And in the review, they said, well, it's nice to look around in this virtual world, but as soon as you move with your stick, you get motion sick because your body is saying, this looks so real, I feel like and sounds real, but I'm not moving. So what's up with that? So your brain gets all confused and
thing-
says,
so
You can
throw
actually
up.
fix the. I've actually seen one of those. It's basically just like a pad, like a what it called.
Yeah, but it's like
treadmills.
$5,000 extra.
Yeah, that's you.
But then
that's
they
a
need
platform
to-
you walk on and everything,
Yeah.
and the thing
Yes.
underneath you can walk on it, but you're not going
in
anywhere.
any
Yeah.
direction.
And it looks completely magical how you can do that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the person who thought of that, it must be a genius.
Yeah, but imagine going through GTA 7 and The Last of Us 3 or whatever on one of those things. Those are 14 to 30 hour game experiences. So you would basically just be walking around for
Yeah.
13 hours.
Yeah,
Isn't that awesome?
that
yeah,
is-
it's awesome.
It's like exercise
why
while
only
gaming.
Why only go halfway when you're doing virtual reality?
Yeah.
Get the walking part in there. First person shooter games. Get the rifle in there.
You know
and you
what?
have the rifle.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
everything.
I
That
can
has
see what
already
you
been
mean.
done with the Battlefield.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but I wouldn't do it.
That is the only reason I would buy it if that
Yeah.
actually became something.
I would
available.
go all out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it because there's a lot of interesting games, little indie games that
Yeah,
are
that's
experiences, and I like games that are just experiences for like 2 hours. Or
And
whatever.
that's fine, because I assume you really want to be part of the developing process of and seeing how VR develops over
Yeah,
time.
I want to.
I just want to be there when the thing is finished.
When it's cool, you want to.
When
be
it's
there.
cool, I want to be there.
Yeah, I want to be
me
one
too.
of those guys who in 5 years are saying, "Well, when it first came out."
And then you go on a tangent for 5 hours talking about the VR, and I'm like, well, I just got the new Battlefield 7 game.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be that guy who's annoying and go on tangents. I love that.
Yeah. I just want to play cool games when it's out.
Yeah.
Does it matter how much it costs for you?
No.
At that time, it's going to be more affordable, so I would probably be, and I would have more money by that time.
Like, if you can
hopefully.
get like the trackpad or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
I would invest
Does-
in it.
No matter.
If I could afford it, I would.
I mean, I'm willing to pay. If the product is good and I've got the money, I'm willing to pay a lot of money to get a great VR experience. I mean, not infinite amounts of money. No. I'm not gonna
An
sell
affordable
my
amount.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna go over 5,000 kronos
Yeah.
or whatever.
But right now,
Or 10,000.
$300 is not affordable for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Not this year.
No, of course.
But
I mean, neither.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, you shouldn't complain. You've got a lot of money saved up.
I'm going to buy a car or rent.
Don't
a
buy a
home.
car. Cars are boring. Buy some great technology.
Yeah.
Do like I do.
But
when I move to a new town to go to uni,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bike everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
just gonna buy
exactly.
It's
Move to a
true.
city where
If-
everything
I'm
is
not,
dense.
if it's either a car or a place where I can stay.
But the place
I
you're
won't
go-
buy both, of course, because that's sick. But I mean, because my big brother is a mechanic, so I actually want to buy a cheap car, like
and
let's say
and have him-
10,000 krones, and let him fix it for
Yeah,
20,000 krones. Because he'll fix it and he'll make it great. Then I can maybe sell it at the time for maybe
The thing
40,000.
the thing I have about bikes versus cars and everything.
Yeah.
When we go to the biggest cities in Denmark, you go there and bikes are cheaper.
Yeah.
They are faster to get around with because cars have to wait in lines and everything.
Yeah.
And I can go whenever I want, so I don't have to rely on public transport and everything.
And I mean, in Denmark, our big cities are really optimized for bikes.
Yeah.
Because we've been biking
Copenhagen,
around.
people come there from other countries and they just go there and they see everybody's biking, and the streets are relatively empty comparing to other cities.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wouldn't bike around in New York City,
in
though.
Odense, well,
Me neither.
In New York, it's really good to go.
Yeah, but
around on the bike.
there's a lot of cars.
Yeah, but still.
They run you over.
You've seen Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But
I mean, this is a tangent and a half, isn't it?
it's really a tangent. I can't
Just finish it off.
I'll finish it off. In Odense, for example, and in Copenhagen, you can actually rent bicycles with your what's it called, your social security card. You can like, that's mine now for like
2 hours.
and if you want,
whatever.
if you're not back in like 2 hours again, then
They're gonna steal
you
it
get,
away
you get
from
like
you.
a fine or something. That's pretty cool. They are optimized, really optimized. That's cool.
Anyways,
Thanks for watching.
That was tangent time.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was a tangent.
with
that
the
was a tangent
time.
and a half for that one
I
there.
can't even remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we started talking about money. And
Thanks
stuff.
for watching.
Thanks for watching. I'm not gonna say it.
Follow us on, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter.
all
whatever
the
we
social
have.
medias.
Follow us on Twitch.
Like and
We stream.
dislike.
Comment.
You're saying they're directing him. Remember to follow, subscribe,
Yeah.
all that jazz. We'll
And,
be streaming at
we'll-
some
we'll-
point, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
As always,
We'll update.
Thanks for watching and
Yeah.
Nice Whiscast Wednesdays.